Um, yo, what's up, guys? It's none other than your boy Jay Gittens, the father, or just Jay Gittens, whichever you prefer. As usual, I want to remind everybody to be positive, be optimistic, keep positive people in your circle. Check out my ET shirt, right? How fitting is that, right? For all of my woke people, right? Um, as I told everybody, I was gonna go live tonight. I'm a little late, so I'm just gonna be real quick. You know, I always say I'm gonna be quick, and sometimes I take longer. But real quick, I just wanted to talk about really two things. One was Dr. Sebi and eating healthy, and the other was agriculture and what we can do to try to fight against what we're about to face. All of us that are not wanting to join along and get the jab are about to face some issues with famine, lack of food, lack of resources, all of these things. You're going to be treated like an outcast or a slave, pretty much. You're going to be treated like a non-human, which is really what you're going to be a human, but everybody else is going to be inorganic. Look, my point is, first off, Dr. Sabi, I want to say to everybody, man, I know y'all keep seeing me post stuff about how it's not right to eat meat. It's not right to eat all of these different things. I want y'all to take a second. Don't just take my word for it. Look up Dr. Sabi yourself and listen to the information that he regurgitates to you. It makes complete sense. He explains to you from beginning to end why it's not right for us to eat certain things. And when we say not right, we mean it's killing you. And he can implicate for you the people who want you to continue eating these things, and you can kind of look at the incentives they have behind it. It's common sense. Honestly, if you're not looking at Dr. Sabi to figure out how you can eat to stop killing yourself and make yourself healthy, you're committing suicide at this point, and it's borderline retarded. So I'm not going to keep on saying, not to be disrespectful or offensive. Now, what I wanted to talk about in terms of agriculture, when it comes to the shot, which I'm not going to say the name because, again, they censoring people. They taking down people's stuff. If anybody says anything about it, I don't know why they feel the need to censor, because everybody sleep anyway. Won't nobody wake up and listen. Every time you say anything about this stuff, people turn on Love and Hip Hop or whatever stupid show they could find, because nobody wants to wake up and face the truth. Nobody wants to face that they could be living their life wrong. Like, nobody wants to hear that. So as soon as you start saying something, they like, oh, I got something else to do. But anyway, I'm going to say what I got to do because I'm a Libra and I came here 10/20, baby, to show love and spread love and give love in the universe. Because a lot of the reason why people won't pay attention is they don't have love. So going forward, you don't have the shot. You're not going to be able to have access to supermarkets, to different kind of stores, things of that nature that you can go into. If you look at the United Nations website, which I would recommend everybody do, the United Nations website is not being secretive about what's going on. The 2050 agenda is like not a secretive thing. In fact, they got a whole thing right now that I just saw earlier where they got, what's that chick name? Selena Gomez, whatever her name is. She ain't nothing but a brainwashed child that's being used as a pawn like all the rest of the celebrities. But at the end of the day, Selena Gomez, the Foo Fighters, a couple different people are all coming together, and they're doing some big bring the world back together performance or something, where basically they trying to get everybody to take the shot and they trying to get everybody to get it. I mean, like, the thing about it is, man, it's to the point where now I feel like if your eyes are not open enough to see what's going on right now, maybe you deserve to take the shot. Like, honestly, because why in the world with celebrities? These people are singers. They're not doctors. Why do you trust what they say? Why do you let a rapper come and tell you need to get a shot? That nigga don't even know how to vote. He don't even understand the economy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't even manage his own books. He got people he hired to do that, or she, whatever. So why are we listening to people whose job is to just sit up on a pedestal and control you and move you around? This is chess, not checkers. Denzel said it best in Training Day, right? This shit is checks, not checkers, right? So at the end of the day, you got to wake up. The only way you can wake up is to change your frequency. Stop doing stuff like eating meat. Stop doing stuff like, putting yourself around people who are doing things that's going to drop your frequency, drop your vibration. What we mean is speaking negatively, always down and stuff. If you got a friend that call you and every time they call you, that bitch, I told that, and all of that. Come on, man. That's dropping your frequency. That's dropping your frequency. And when we say dropping your frequency, we mean your sound vibration, chakra. Look it up, because it's too much for me to go into right now without it seeming like, talking too much, or I don't got time because I got to watch TV, which is called programming for a reason, because it's programming you. This is how they can say stuff right in front of your face and your frequency too low to get it. They tell you, now back to your regularly scheduled, TV programming. They just told you, now back to us programming you, and you're like, oh, I couldn't wait to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's laughable to a degree, because it's like, it's insulting to me. Like, how dare you think you can just tell us this stuff? You know what I'm saying? We kings and queens. We're not fools. You know what I'm saying? And we got to wake up. And I love you. If you watching this right now, I love you. If you watching this right now on YouTube, I love you too. Okay. I don't care what you feel about it. Honestly, you could dislike me all you want. I really don't care. Or you can like me. Who cares? At the end of the day, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that I put out in front of people all of the stuff that I find out, because I'm not the dude who going to walk past and watch somebody drowning while I got a damn life raft in my hand. I'm not the dude who going to have my boat sitting there like the Titanic watching the people drown, you know what I mean? Because I'm better than whatever. I'm not that dude. I'm the dude who going to jump in there and risk my life. Maybe not if I don't think I can swim in that water. I don't want both of us die. That ain't smart, right? But I'm the type of dude who willing to lay my life down for yours, because I know I can handle death, because ain't no such thing and I know better. You feel me? But I know you don't. So at the end of the day, I'm the type of dude that would do that for you. And this is really what it is. So at the end of the day, I told myself, listen, let me slow down a little bit. The universe is going to speak through me. The universe is going to reach you through me. The universe is going to reach you through me. I don't care if it's today, tomorrow, next week, or the week after, but you're going to end up watching this. And if you're watching this right now, I told you. If you're watching this right now, I told you. The universe is going to get through to you and you're going to hear this, because you have no option but to, because we all have to make a decision. We all have to make a decision to consciously turn our back on what we know is right or open our eyes up. Now, you don't have to just listen to me and believe what I'm telling you, but you can at least listen enough to take that step to educate yourself. I don't want anybody to just listen to what I'm saying blindly, blindfolded. You know, when I tell you, if you eat sugar, if you eat beans, if you eat rice, if you eat anything that has starch, you're killing yourself and probably going to die eventually. I don't want you to just believe me. I want you to look into it. But what I'm saying is, don't be a sheep. Don't just go, oh, no, the TV said eat beans and rice, so he lying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Don't be blind. Wake up. You know what I mean? To the types of things that are happening. Son. Bear with me for a moment, guys. My apologies, guys. My son decides he wants to get himself trapped up in a pair of pants and scream and disturb my life. Now, as I was saying, you know, do it for the children. I'm glad that came up. See, the universe was telling me to say this. Do it for your children, okay? It's a lot of people who gonna see this and go, well, I like ham, so, and I've been eating it this long, and I ain't get sick yet, so, you know, that's cool. That's cool. You don't care about your life. That's cool. Don't. But how about your kids? Do it for your kids. How about your grandmother? How about your auntie? How about the people who you know could contract cancer and die? And then when they in the hospital, they're going to tell you all that dumb stuff about why they sick, right? When really the truth is they not eating right. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to tell you that. But at the end of the day, seek this knowledge out for people around you that you care about. This is bigger than you. You got to be bigger than you. I want to tell y'all something, whether you believe this or not, there's no such thing as death. There's something called a circle of life. Everybody reincarnates. Everybody who is here was here before. You either chose to come back here because you wanted to help, or you were forced to come back because you did not reach spiritual enlightenment while you were here, probably because you have a lesson you still have to learn. So wake up and learn it, or repeat, or do what you came here for and help uplift people. I came here to help people. I already know what it is. Since I've been young, I always felt a feeling of love and compassion in me that was way better than everybody around me, and I felt so different. Now I understand what my purpose is and why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And my purpose is to let people know. My purpose is to be able to be a person who can genuinely communicate stuff to people, because people know I ain't fake, because I'm not. I mean, you could just not like me. That's one thing, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely not fake or phony. I'm not a liar. I have no reason to want a lot of people. People have seen me put my everything on the line for my children. You don't do that when you're a liar. You don't do that when you're a phony nigga. You don't do that when you somebody who don't have people best interest at heart. I gave up everything that I had, was homeless, sleeping in my car because I wanted my daughters by my side so I can raise them right, because I don't want them to suffer. You don't do that when you a clown nigga who just wants to spew off a bunch of garbage to people for attention. Come on now, I'm trying to wake people up at the end of the day. And I'm trying to get people to understand that everything around you is by design. That TV you looking at is by design. The niggas that you hang out with down the street who don't know that they kings and was gods at one time, but they out there looking stupid, toting guns and you know what I'm saying, mean mugging each other and doing all of this shit to each other because they was programmed to believe that they less than. They was programmed to believe that they need to operate on a frequency of an animal. Not to mention, when you eat animals, you are taking in their dead enzymes. This is where spirituality come into play. And this is where I lose people, because it takes a certain level of frequency to stay on track with me. Once I start saying words like spiritual, then you, he on that. Think ghosts. Yo, talk about ghosts. See, that's when you lose people, because they eat meat and they don't understand that you're really ingesting the DNA, the enzymes, the fear from that animal that was being killed and brutally murdered before you ate it. And you're detaching yourself from the connection you have to the universe. And you're detaching yourself from Mother Earth. Yes, Mother Earth is a real thing. Mother Earth is a biological being. When a volcano erupts, that's like pus coming out of your head. They doing messed up stuff. They chopping down 17 million trees a year or something. How would you feel somebody on your body cutting stuff up and doing a bunch of stuff? You're going to have a little pus come out sometime. You might have antibodies. This is what the earth is doing. And as of right now, it's shaking up, baby. It's about to be a lot of stuff that's happening, because if something was on your arm and you got a little rash, what you do? You scratch it off, right? And you get rid of the things that's harming you. So what you think the earth going to do? Right. So my thing is, get on the right side of earth. Don't be seen as a rash. You're a rash if you killing sentient beings that are created by earth to serve us. They're just, and then you putting animals in zoos going to go watch them. Are you serious? You taking animals, kidnapping them, putting them in cages, and then going with your family to go see them and wave at them. How's that any different than somebody coming, taking you and your family and putting y'all in cages, and then people come and watch you and wave at you? Come on now, you don't think the earth feel that? Come on, man, y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta wake up. And see, love is the key. Love is the key. Because tell me that ain't touch you when I just said that to you. Whoever, what, YouTube, Instagram, tell me that ain't touch you when I just said that to you. I know it touched you because you got a heart. You got a heart. Whether you want to have one or not, you got one. And you might be burying it. You might be doing a bunch of stuff every day to try to cover it up and act like you don't got one, but you got one in there. You got one in there. I'm going to get through to it. I'm going to get through to it one way or another. Now, we have to understand that the earth is alive. We have to understand that the things that we do, everybody believes in karma, right? First of all, it's funny for you to not be spiritual, but believe in karma, because karma is spiritual. But I want you to understand something. If you understand karma, then you understand the way the universe works. When you do something, something happens, right? So you take animals, you put them in cages, then what happens to you? You get on lockdown, right? You think that's the coincidence? You think all of this is coincidence? All of the harm that we're doing in the universe, we're destroying the planet. What? So we could build buildings, so we could just get a nice view from up top. We destroying everything, destroying animals' homes where they live at. When I look outside my apartment, yeah, and I'm still living in this stupid concrete jungle. I want out of this thing. Trust me, I don't want no parts of none of this against Mother Nature. However, I gotta be here for the time being. I don't even have to be here, so I don't even want to speak that. That's something I'm still struggling with. We all need to detach from this concrete jungle. We need to detach from it, because all it's doing is keeping you in the same stagnant state of mind that you in. Every time you look around and you see all of this fake stuff that you looking at, that's not real. If it ain't a sentient being, meaning an animal, a plant, you know what I mean? A plant's not really a sentient being, but what I mean is things that are created naturally from the earth. If it's not that, it ain't real. Period. If it's not that, it ain't real. And you really gotta come to terms with this on a spiritual level, and then it'll make sense to you why you shouldn't do certain things. It's hard to explain to somebody why you shouldn't eat meat, right? Because they don't understand that 50% of the reason why you shouldn't eat meat is because it's cancerous. It's on the United Nations website. They said it themselves that it's cancerous. But it doesn't matter, because no matter what you tell people, they want what they want because they're greedy and they don't understand balance. Balance. That's what the Libra scale is about. Balance. About knowing how to balance life. When your balance is off, that throws things off. It throws off your equilibrium. It throws things off. So again, 50% of the reason why you shouldn't eat meat is because it's cancerous. It's killing you, and it makes your body much more able to inhabit bacteria, right? And it gives you parasites. The other 50% is because it's a direct violation of the love of Mother Earth. These animals, these sentient beings, they have hearts, they breathe, they have souls just like us. You can't just kill them because you hungry, dog. You can't just just murder them and put them on your plate and eat them because you like the way it tastes. I mean, you can, clearly, right? But you can't expect no repercussion for that. I mean, who do you think? What do you think you could just do this and nothing's gonna happen? I kind of got off track. What I really wanted to talk about with you guys was the fact that we're gonna have to start growing our own food. Okay, we're gonna have to start growing our own food, and that's because the inorganic ones, as they're called, right? By the way, I want to plug Ralph Smart and Pharaoh because both of them are two people that I hold in high regard, that I get a lot of information from and a lot of experience from. And I get a lot of resources in which I find information from them. Again, that's Ralph Smart and Pharaoh, Young Pharaoh. Make sure you follow them. If you look at my page at all, they all over it, so you'll be able to follow them. But again, man, we need to link up with like-minded people who know how to farm, who know what agriculture is. Anybody you know who, as soon as they wake up in the morning, first thing they want to do is grab their phone and start comparing themselves to other people and look down the computer screen to find out what makes them important for the day. They find their value on this machine called a phone or whatever. Anytime you got one of those people, you want to make sure that you distance yourself from that person. Okay? Because once all of this hit the fan, that person is going to be a chicken with their head cut off, because that person don't know who they are. That's why they looking for it in the phone. You take that phone from them, they're going to fall out. They don't know what to do with their life. You know what I mean? And that's just one of the things that we all have to come to terms with. Who are you? Who are you? Who do you want to be? Who do you view yourself as? And do you have love in your life? That's one of the biggest questions. Do you have love in your life? Because if you have love in your life, it changes a lot of things. If you have people around you who love you, if you have love and compassion in your heart for those that are around you, it'll change your life. If somebody tells you, yo, you're not supposed to eat meat, and you're a person with love in your life, it don't take a whole lot of explaining to get that through to you. If you're a person who understands love and literally lives your life by the law of love, nobody has to sit and have a long conversation with you about why it's not right to kill animals and put them on your plate and eat them. Nobody has to explain that to you. But when you're the kind of person who eats dead animals all the time and ingests dead flesh, and this is what you take in to your spirit, and this is what you live your life by, the universe is going to understand that, and that's what you're going to be about. And it's even deeper than the universe when it comes to that. It's about your psychology and your physiology, the way your brain works. After you do something a certain amount of time, I think it's called psycho mirroring or something like that, psychological mirroring. But your brain starts to want to do this thing continuously, and your body starts to secrete certain chemicals that make you want it again. So if you eat meat and you tell yourself you like it, it's going to secrete chemicals telling you that you like it again. That's why once you stop eating meat and then you start eating it again, it's not the same, because you realize you wasn't eating meat because you liked it in the first place, which is what I'm trying to get people to do. So wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. If you're a person who's in the agriculture, know about growing plants, growing foods, all that good stuff, please do me a favor and hit me so that, one, I can feed off of you knowledge-wise, and two, so that we can connect in real life and maybe try to build some form of a community so that once all of this goes down, which is going to happen, by the way, once all of this goes down and we don't have a way to communicate with one another and they're out there doing what they got to do, we can be doing what we got to do to make sure that we survive. Because you best believe they're going to cut off your ties to survive if you're not willing to get that jab. Because that jab is going to be the reason why you are a cyborg. We technically are already kind of cyborgs, which is basically an entity that can't survive without artificial intelligence. If you're a person who can't survive without your phone, you're already a cyborg. If you're a person who all day, all you think about is your phone and you can't figure out what to do without looking at your phone, you already a cyborg. I mean, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the only step left for you is to get the chip. You already have what they put in the air in your brain. You just need to get the shot so that it can all come together and they can finish off with you. Now, anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. I wanted to jump on here because I said, again, that I was going to make sure I laugh at you. Hey, what up, E-Man? Is that man? Is that cousin man? If that's cousin man, what's up, bro? I love you, cuzzo. I wanted to jump on here because I wanted to make sure that I was true to the universe. Since I was awoken, or since my awakening, which has been what, a couple weeks now, babe. How long have I been woke? I don't know. It's been a couple weeks or so. I mean, I was always woke, but it's levels to this. You know what I mean? You can be woke, or you can be woke. You know what I'm saying? I just became woke to a spiritual level. I mean, understanding there's no such thing as death, circle of life, spiritual enlightenment, chakra systems, frequencies. I just been woke about a month now. Before that, I was just kind of woke, the woke that most people are, where they know what's going on around them. But since I've been woke, I told the universe to speak through me, and I'm gonna offer myself up. I'm going to come every day at around 10 p.m. and I'm going to go live. Tonight, I forgot to do it. I remembered I was sitting in the bed watching a video from Nipsey Hussle, because the only thing that I watch on this fake stuff, the computer and all of that stuff that they got to blind you, only thing that I watch on there is stuff that actually enlightens me further. And Nipsey Hussle was an enlightened person. I don't dedicate my time to things that don't enlighten me, like Love and Hip Hop and all that dumb, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, since I've been enlightened, I told the universe to speak through me, and I was going to speak every night live at 10 p.m. or around 10 p.m. So what I ask is that if you're watching this now, just know that every night around 10 p.m., it'll be somewhere around 10 p.m., I'm going to be on here. And I'm going to be on here talking about whatever I learned that day. Honestly, the stuff that I go through in the day that I learned, I ain't got enough time really to talk about sitting on here, because I sit all day and ingest information. It just translates into my mind and into my spirit, and raises my enlightenment. But I'll try to come and talk about whatever I can that I think people can handle. A lot of the stuff that I talk about would scare people or would just make them run away. You know what I mean? If I was to tell you that half of the people in the government right now are not human, they're of a species called reptilian, which came here and created it. You would immediately be like, oh, see this and this and this. So I can't tell you so much, but at the end of the day, the more woke you get, the more you'll be able to see what's really going on around you and see why nothing makes sense, because it don't make sense. It don't make sense. Nothing that you're doing, and I want to talk specifically to my black people, because that's who I grew up around, and that's who I know, and that's who I'm one with, and that's who I'm a part of. Not that I feel anything racist against white people. I love white people, age people, whoever, right? But I'm black, and I grew up around black people. And I want to tell my people, a lot of the stuff that we've been doing, you only know about for the last 400, 500 years, that you've been enslaved and being told something different. Do you know about the trillions of years we existed before that? Do you know about the millions of years we existed before that? You don't know nothing about that, right? So everything you think you know is at best, 500 years old? Even if you going by that Bible, that fake book that they getting you to read and confine your soul into, even if you going by that go back, maybe 5,000 years or so, right? But we 76 trillion years old. So what was going on before that? Even this language that you know that you use, I made the shape of a square. Even the language that you speak, which was created by Caucasoids, right? Obviously from Greece, whose initial purpose was to control and enslave, and to take away our power through our dialect and the way that we use our words, certain things that we don't use, which is why they took our tonsils out. There's lots of things that if you open your mind up and you start to look into, you'll figure out about us. We're gods. And if you don't know that, you know now. All right? It's none other than your boy Jay Giddens, the father, man. Watch this back if you're just catching this. What's up, Diamond? If you get a chance, watch it back whenever you get a minute or you get some time to yourself, okay? I just want to say to everybody who may or may not be watching this, I love you. I don't care if you love me. I love you anyway. Ain't nothing you could do about it, nothing you going to do about it. YouTube, same thing to y'all. It's none other than your boy Jay Giddens, the father, gamer, artist, athlete, whichever one you find me on. I exist as a persona online for all of them to communicate information to y'all. I love y'all. Remember to be positive, be optimistic, and keep positivity in your circle. Those three things are key to assuring positivity is invited in your future. And it's so funny, I was saying that before I was spiritual. I was saying that before I even truly understood the purpose of that. That's how I know this is not a mistake. There are no coincidences, all right? I love y'all. Your boy Jay Giddens out, man.